welcome to the Juijitsu Dojo. Here on Tinton Ave in the Bronx. Standing in front of this mural by this artist. Instagram is cancel.in.defiance. Pretty sick piece. She's an international artist here in the U.S. and Asia. So I checked out her Instagram, and she has some sick stuff in LA. Real nice. In some places also in New York City. But my only critique is that this piece is on a block. This is not a busy block. This piece should be like on a very visible block in the Bronx. Not here. It's not. Let me tell you, I'm around this neighborhood all the time, and this is my first time seeing this. But beautiful piece of art. Anyway, check it out. Damsel in Defiance. That's on Instagram. Anyway, so folks, I had to use Jiu-Jitsu in real life. If you saw my previous video, I was on a fishing boat. I was in City Island, and as I was making the video, you know, you have the sailboats in the background. We're still in the marina. But as I was filming the video, from the corner of my eye, I saw someone entering the boat. And just by sight, I knew this person was going to be a problem. So, anyway, I completed my video, went back downstairs, because I was on the top of the boat. And I was with my grandson, who's 13 years old. Even he knew. And he's from Florida. He's not New York City savvy. But even he knew this guy was going to be in trouble. So the guy comes out, we're on a fishing trip. The guy comes on the boat, all camouflaged out, a flak vest. Who wears a flak vest? And it looked like an official flak vest. Camouflage bandana. He had all but 3 teeth in his mouth. And anyway, and then he's drinking hard whiskey. Just whiskey straight up. You know, I have my little cooler when I go fishing. I have some beers. But even from that moment, I already knew this guy was going to be an issue. So I kept it cool. He came with another group of guys. The group of guys he came with were actually really cool. You know, they were smoking their weed, whatever. And this is an older crowd. We're talking about guys in their 50s. You know, and myself too, I'm in my 50s. But anyway, the night progressed because it was night fishing. The things that were coming out of his mouth, you just told this guy's not right in the head. Anyway, cut to the chase. I'm here trying to have a conversation with the guy. By this time, he's inebriated. I have a little buzz, nothing major. And from out of the blue, he's like, you know, I don't swim, but I'm gonna take you with me. I'll throw you overboard. What? Where's this coming from? Insane. So my reply was like, well, listen, my man, I could swim like a fish. So if we go overboard, you're fucked. Anyway, as soon as I said that, smacked the beer right out of my hand. I was still trying to keep it cool. I was like, really? That was necessary? And it was like, we started together. It was like, you were touching me. I really didn't even touch this guy. So, pasa. So, he tried to get up. I was like, now I'm touching you. Had him in double wrist control. And hey, thanks for wearing that flak jacket. Grab the collar on that flak jacket. Still had the wrist. Boom, right to the ground. From there, knee on the neck. And I still had his arm. At that point, his friends came. Tried to break up the fight. Oh, they did break up the fight. And so he's in between one of his friends. the troublemaker is behind him. But now he has my hair. And I'm like, oh. So at that point, I gave one little strike, one little punch, and that was it. So they took him to the side, and then the mates on the boat, those are guys that help you out with the rigging and whatnot, and they'll fillet your fish at the end. Or if you get knotted, they'll help you out. Anyway, the mates were like, hey, listen, the captain wants to talk to you. So, all right. I went up to the captain's deck, and he was like, listen. He was like, I've seen you before. Like I said, I've gone on this boat since I was 9 years old. And they had different captains back then. And I'll go on various different boats. But anyway, he was like, I've seen you around before. He was like, let me just tell you, I just called the cops. We're going to get this guy out of here. Okay, cool. He's like, I just want to give you a heads up because the cops really want to talk to you. It's like, no problem. You know, everyone on the boat knew I was in the right. So, within 5 minutes, 3 cop boats rolled up. They jumped on the boat. They boarded the boat. Came over to where we were at. And these were Connecticut cops. Because at this point, we left out of the Bronx, out of City Island. But where we were at, we were in the deep water. We were out in Connecticut waters. So this is Connecticut jurisdiction. And maritime law is different from the law on the land. So anyway, they boarded the boat. They asked to see my ID. Well, gave me my ID. And I also wanted to make a point of, hey, besides the fact that I was wearing my old U.S. Air Force fatigue jacket, but I was like, hey, notice the veteran status. We had to get all new IDs here in New York. They call it the real ID. Otherwise, we can't even go on an airplane. Anyway. So I was like, notice the veteran status. Now I had veteran on it. Because, you know, when law enforcement sees that you're a veteran, they kind of treat you a little bit better or give you the benefit of the doubt. Whereas this guy is just straight up hoodlum. An old hoodlum loser. Anyway, they're trying to ask him questions. He's belligerent. You know, the typical fatigue that people see if you're on TikTok or Instagram, that you see these reels and people just getting belligerent with the cops. He's getting belligerent with the cops. So they just asked him my ID, left me alone. Next thing you know, they're just taking this guy off the boat. And they even asked his friends, and you guys want to come with him? Because we're taking him to shore. We're going to leave him on Metro North. And they were like, nah, we're embarrassed. This guy's an embarrassment. And then, none of his friends even wanted to go. So he left the boat. Blah, blah, blah. Not a problem. So my takeaways from this, because I had to reflect afterwards. Mind you, I haven't been in a real altercation, since I can remember specifically, because it was 1998. So I was like 28 years old. So I had just gotten my college ring. Didn't graduate yet, but the college ring came in. It was a nice ring. And yeah, I had an altercation one time. Stupid. But it wasn't any Juijitsu. I didn't know Juijitsu back then. It was just striking. Just straight up street fight. And yeah, that was my last fight. Not proud of it, but I did win that fight. Hands down. Really jacked the guy up. But now, at this age, I have things to lose. And this is a very litigious time where people sue for anything. So my takeaway was, one, I appreciated that I wasn't even, I didn't feel any butterflies at all. It was just felt like a regular roll. Like, when you're rolling with a partner, it felt like a regular roll. No nervousness at all. I was like, wow. I felt in total control. Okay. So that's one. Feeling in total control. Two, I'm glad I really didn't use strikes, because then now that changes the narrative. Because he was all exposed. Imagine taking a punch to the nose a few times, but break the nose. I'm glad it didn't come to that. That's why I realized this is why they call it the gentle art. It's a little ironic. The irony is that you can actually kill someone with this. But if you're in control, you can just subdue a situation. So that's two. the fact that I was able to subdue the situation and not have to use strikes. Another takeaway was I'm even more motivated now to train than ever. And I've been to training since then. As the day I'm filming this video, today is Thursday. This event happened on Saturday. I already been to 3 Jiu-Jitsu classes since then. And I've been highly motivated. I was motivated before, but now it's like, wow, this was a real wake-up call. Like, yo, you need to learn this. In this particular instance, it was easy. The next time might not be so easy. So, those were the takeaways. Really how to use this in real life. And I'm more motivated than ever to continue my growth. And hopefully I'm not in an altercation ever again in a serious, real atmosphere. But if it does, I want to be ready against anyone. So, thank you for listening to Juice's Dojo. Never say die.